Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, playing some more Scrap Mechanic. Today we're going to be doing a viewer creation by Sir Honey Badger. But before we get to that, if you've kept up with me on Twitter, you know that it has been an extremely long couple of days. Starting with yesterday or last night, I came home and my house was flooded. The toilet ran over for 8 hours and it flooded about half the house. I had to move all the furniture out. Trying to get it to dry, so it's been a really long day, so I appreciate the patience. I didn't have a video yesterday. I've got a viewer creation today. I think I'm going to do a YouTuber's life. I'm going to start that up again tomorrow. And then Friday, we'll go into the city that I've been building, and then we might touch a little bit on the post-apocalyptic farm bot world, too. But today's creation, it is by Sir Honey Badger. He's got a channel. He doesn't have any content on it yet, so I do want to eventually get around to linking that as soon as he gets something on there. But yeah, he sent me this, and like, this thing's awesome. I really want this in my post-apocalyptic farm bot world. He calls it the land battleship, which I see definitely where he gets that with all the turrets and guns hanging off this thing. And I don't know if he was a previous viewer and maybe he saw something and like, I don't know where this came from at all. Like, this is the creative stuff that I really love to see from you guys. And I get a lot of viewer creations and I try to go through as many as possible, but this one really stood out. He had the pictures in there, and I was like, this looks really unique. And probably the first thing you notice, this thing's made completely out of metal, so it is extremely heavy. So to be able to get something like this to work, and to be able to like turn and do everything it needs to do to get around, it's borderline miracle. The way Scrap Mechanic works, like I said, with the weight, it really only looks like he's using just plain springs in the back. Now, he's got a unique suspension piece in the front. We'll go over that here in a second. You can kind of see by the spider webs. It looks pretty crazy. It's not really that over the top. Once you really get in there, you can dig apart and kind of figure out what's going on. But it's this front piece that's the most unique part. He's got it setting on a bearing, and unlike the back here, it actually rocks forward and backwards. You'll really see it whenever I start driving it around. And that's probably going to be the best time to explain it. Let's go ahead and climb up in it real quick. Now, it's pretty tight down in here, but you can maneuver. Here's the front cockpit. Pretty neat. Let's go ahead and climb down here. There we go. And everywhere, it's like, this reminds me of an actual like battleship. If anybody's ever been on a battleship before, I highly recommend it. They're really, like, if you're claustrophobic, I wouldn't recommend it, but they're really tight, and it's just got all these little compartments. You can see all these little guns he's got hanging off. It's really unique in here. And let's see. Back here, this is a big door. And I'm trying to remember, I think it's this one activates it. There we go. Gonna pop out here. You can also activate it from the cockpit. But yeah, that's pretty neat. It took me a while to figure it out because I don't think you can actually activate it from the outside. It's just the inside. Now, over here, if I can, you gotta have to crouch down a little bit to get through here. Here is a elevator. Go and hit that, and this will take you up to the second tier. Up here, he's got some more guns. Really, really cool looking. Let me go over here to the left. I mean, he's just got guns surrounding this whole thing. Now, it would be really neat, and hopefully when they start to support mods, maybe we can get some sort of firing mod. Like, I would love to be able to shoot something in Scrap Mechanic, because this would be like the perfect example. Like, having this in the farm bot world, and maybe having some sort of farm bot. I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, that's still one of the great mysteries of the game is how they're going to handle survival mode. But I think this would be a really cool vehicle to have in that survival mode. Now, I need to get down and get that lift. You know what? Let's just do it down here. The lift doesn't have a switch on the top. You have to lower it from this button here. Now, the lift itself does have a hole in the floor. So when you're on the top level, you just look down and you hit the switch through the floor and it'll lower the lift. But yeah, I think we are ready to drive this thing. Now, the first thing you're probably going to notice is the front suspension here. This is the first thing I noticed. When you go, I think this is actually helping it turn. Now, when you hit the gas, it loads that back end, or it loads the back wheel there. And I think it's digging it in and making it turn better. When you put it in reverse, it just reverses the effect, and it does it to the front wheel. It's really cool. I really do think it's helping the vehicle turn, because this is a really, really bulky vehicle, and it's heavy. Like, I'm not using any modification, so we are dealing with the game's weight here. So, for this vehicle to turn as well as it does, I do give him a round of applause for that. A lot of people for their big vehicles either have to use thrusters or the suspension glitch to get something like this to turn, so that's really good. The only thing I would suggest probably doing, I would like to see a third wheel in the back. He's got 2 wheels back there, and the rear end kind of drags on certain spots. And I had this same issue with the Zombie Buster. Its front end dragged, and I really, either I was going to pump up that gas suspension or I was going to add another wheel to the front to try to get it off the ground. And I really think that would help in this vehicle's case. But other than that, I can't complain. I mean, it handles really nice. It looks great. Like, I really dig that black. That black looks like my survival vehicles. It just looks mean. It's awesome. The guns are great on it. I think maybe if we can make that back turn around, that would be cool. Now, the name, I do understand it. I was a little thrown off at first when he said land battleship, but I mean, the more you look at it, the more you picture this big armored mass with all these turrets and guns poking at it. It looks like cannons. It's just awesome. Now, oh crap, I'm stuck here. This is what I was talking about. I would like to see either a third wheel or, you know what, maybe we could just add a block to the bottom of that back suspension. I understand keeping these vehicles really low because, like, with any armored vehicle, you want it down low where you can't get your tracks or your tires hit, whatever you have down there. But yeah, I think we could probably fix that. Now I'm going to put this thing back on a lift. I still get frame rate issues with this. Like, it starts off good, but it seems to get worse over time. I'm not really sure what's causing it down here. I mean, there's not that many suspension pieces on here. Maybe it's the bearing? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Maybe it's just the game. The game's been acting kind of funky after the update. The weld tool's been great, but with the multiplayer and all that being broken, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Let's hop back in. I forgot to mention, or actually I did mention this earlier, I didn't show you guys that the door opens from the cockpit. It's got a horn on here. It's got a real deep horn. It sounds kind of like a boat. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drive this around just a wee bit more. I'm trying to conquer this hill. Just like picturing it in my mind. I don't like to modify people's designs. Like, it's not, I don't think it's rude, but it's just kind of weird for me. But I think if we could just get this thing a little bit off the ground. Speed-wise, it's got about what I would picture for this size of vehicle. I mean, this thing's massive. I haven't checked those electric motors if they're cranked up all the way. They might be. It might just be the whole fact that this thing is so heavy that it's just chugging along. Maybe we could add some thrusters to the back, but I'm not sure. Now, all I know is, like, you guys have been great about this. Like, sending me stuff like this, it's awesome. It gets my mind going because I start imagining, like, what's going to happen with, like, survival mode and how we could implement vehicles like this, or maybe even if we can get, like, some sort of functionality out of guns like this. I don't know. I don't know which direction it's going in, but I think it's fun to imagine. I think it's really great that you guys send me stuff like this because this is the kind of stuff I like. I get a lot of your submissions, and stuff like this really stands out. I'm going to go ahead and wander back through here again. Get back to the top and get one more view. I might need to get a couple of sweet screenshots. Maybe I can get one from up here. But yeah, if we can get these guns to function, like, that's almost like a dream. And that's something that you guys have got me thinking about. We've been working on the city world, and you guys have given me a lot of great suggestions for that. Like I said, the FarmBot world is back on again since it's running well. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to continue to run well. That's why I'm doing both right now. I'm going to start working on it tomorrow again. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to have another YouTuber's Life. You guys have seemed to have enjoyed that series, and I can get in, get a video of that done fairly quick, and then I can, like, put all my focus on the city starting after that, and then I can work into the weekend, and we can really make some progress on it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I don't have a download for this. This is not my creation. This is Sir Honey Badger's. Now, once he gets a channel, or if he wants to send something over, or maybe he can link it, I can put that in the description, or if he has a video he's eventually going to make on this creation, because I really look forward to seeing, like, what else he comes up with, because this is fantastic. So, I'll talk to him a little bit, see what's going to happen there. Like I said, YouTubers Live tomorrow. We're going to go back around to Scrap Mechanic and start up on that city. I've already got a couple things that I know that I'm going to do. You guys suggested about the garage having a little bit bigger section beside it because you want to see like diesels and stuff getting worked on. Some more buildings. I'm going to try to stick roads in there. Some more vehicles. I think it's going to be fantastic, honestly. And I really look forward to working on that. So I better get back to cleaning and getting this furniture mess figured out. I think I'm almost done. Everything's just kind of drying off right now. I've got a bunch of big fans running. So if you want updates, I would highly suggest following me on Twitter. Whenever I'm not going to have a video or something's happening, I will be able to let you guys know. Like I said, I do appreciate you. You guys have been fantastic. Your patience is great. I know I'm not always the best about my schedule, and I will try to get better about that. It's hard for me to get that far ahead as far as episodes. So anyways, thank you guys, and we will see you next time.